Hello, I'm Jeff. I own Jam Solutions, and I've been working to create a film website or a movie, TV show website for filmmakers so that they have direct access to their audiences. And I've been focused on trying to figure out how to actually solve the problem as opposed to just throwing together some kind of website and hoping to figure it out. And it occurred to me that Steam has already solved it. And so Steam basically gives direct access for video game developers to their audience by allowing them an easy upload path for their game, along with their ability to set their own prices for their game. This gives the user or the creator direct control over how they engage with their audience. And doing the same thing for films grants filmmakers that ability. So I built this platform called High 8 Films to solve that problem. This is a view of the homepage. So you have a hero spot. Basically, filmmakers can pay to promote their film and get it right there on the top spot. Sponsor spot is similar. You can pay to have it showcased there. And then we have recommendations. That's specific to the user. And for an audience member, the goal is to create algorithms that will actually find films that you want to watch, not promoting studio or production house films, but actually pay attention to what users like and say that this is a film that you'll probably like watching. And then featured, this is a rank ad placement. So basically, if you pay the most, you'll be sponsored at the top spot. Top is top ranked. So users review films, and based on their reviews, the top ranked films will be here. And then trending is similar, but more of a short window. So recent films that are gaining in popularity. And then genre specific, I haven't implemented yet. And that's at the bottom. So that'll be, horror, drama, sci-fi, uh, Western, what have you. So the more genres we have, or let me say that the more a person likes a specific genre, that will be promoted down there. So for the film view, you can go in and actually view a film. It looks like a standard. It looks like I'm a little small here. But you have your description, content rating, this stuff. So most of these films that are on the page are public domain films. They're free, so I can use them as I wish. And so I basically just collected a bunch of those to populate the website, to give the website a bunch of content to fill out. But it also allows me to test everything and make sure everything is working correctly. And so content rating, this film's from the 1926, before they even had content rating. So we don't get a content rating for this film. But user reviews, we do have some user reviews. 80% of are positive. Now, granted, it's only 103 users, so that's kind of small. This is an actual review pulled from IMDb, so a lot of people like it. And then you got director, producer, publishing date. The date it was published on the website. Hence why I put the year up here in parentheses. That's when it was actually made, but it was published to the website here. It doesn't look like we have any genres. Additional features, you can upload independent audio tracks. So Spanish, English, surround, stereo, what have you. Subtitles, you could do the same thing. And then detailed rating, this is like, sub information to the rating if it's mature, why is it mature? So you can add that kind of detail. And then you have your buy options. I'll go into a little bit more detail about that later. We have our actors. And then our generic user reviews. They're generic, so don't really worry about reading them. It looks like I have a slight bug going on here. Need to fix. But you click on this one, the white one, and it's the trailer. And so we can sit here and watch a trailer for this film. Looks like a no sound film, silent film. But anyway, you can do that. That works. And you can, browse through the other images. So as a filmmaker, you might want to put like storyboards or concept art or photos of the actors, but also you want to put the photos of the actors down here, but maybe you want to showcase them actually trying to produce the film, behind the scenes kind of stuff. And then, that's kind of, okay, need to fix that. So, as you can see, there's things that need to be fixed. This is not a, well-polished website. I built this in 2 months in my free time. So it's not like it's getting a high amount or a high amount of polish before releasing it to the public. In the startup world, they press pretty hard to get it in front of people as fast as possible, as opposed to, trying to make polish before you release it. Other aspects, so you have a report button up here. I have to be logged in to report. So let's log in, I guess. So we can go to login. Yep, that's my email. Don't email me. Actually, I'll just block it. So we can log in, and now I'm logged in and I'm showing my email, so I need to block that. But in this current situation, the recommendations haven't been tailored, as there isn't enough data to actually write that algorithm. So, but if I go to my library, I have nothing. But if I was renting something, it would show up here. If I had purchased something, it'll show up here. Watch history also, and wish list. So yes, wish list. I guess we can talk about that for a little bit. So let's go over here. So we can wish list an item and say we would like to buy it at some point. And then we can go to our library and then we can see that it's in our wish list. For a creator, this means that if you have 1,000 people that have wish listed, you might be able to go to an investor and say, look at all these people that want to watch my film, and I haven't even made it public yet. So that's an opportunity there. Search, we can type in stuff and get results. We can choose categories, ratings. So here's a list of the ratings and genre. This is currently hard-coded, but I'd like to make it more dynamic. And so the cart is mostly implemented. You can buy stuff. Items will show over here the subtitle. I guess I could just do a real quick purchase situation. So we go to buy, it says it's in your cart. So you go to your cart, it shows up right there. And then you can do PayPal, and it will let you purchase it. That all does work. You can click the little red X if you don't want to buy it right now, or you made a mistake. So then we can go to our account, and you can see all the useless information. We can upload a profile pic for our personal account, or if you're a filmmaker, there might be two reasons you want to put something different than just a profile pic. Maybe you want to put your profile pic because people do tend to lean on directors as a signal that they make good movies that they like. So you might want to go that route. Or you might want to go the route of saying, this is a series. I'm making a TV show or an anime or something like that. And so you put the series image here and you put the series title, and that'll let you frame it in the sense of a series or mini series if that's the case. I am looking to put a feature to where you can follow a creator instead of so if they are producing a series, you can get the updates on the latest episodes. But anyway, from here we can see our purchase history. We can see our earnings. So earnings are for creators. You can see that here. If you go to your view for earnings, you can withdraw funds. That's actually not implemented just yet, but hopefully soon. And then we go to create a page. Now, I have some guidelines as to creating an image or a film. So make sure you read through that and agree to it. And then we can create our film. It's basically the same thing, but it's just a bunch of empty spaces. So we need to fill it out, add our content. Here's the rating again. We can add genres. We can upload the film. And we have all these. Looks like that's a little broken right there. It looks like we have our various methods of selling our film. So coming soon, you're not quite ready to sell it, but you'd like to gauge interest through wish lists. So that's what the coming soon lets you do. Buy, you can set the buy price. Rent, you can set the rent price. Streaming is not currently functioning. Well, yeah, I guess it sort of works. The users can't buy right now, but I'll probably fix it here soon. And then free with ads, that one's not working at all. I haven't implemented the functionality to show ads while watching a film, so that needs to be implemented before people start using free with ads. So keep an eye out for that feature. Audio tracks. Again, this is where you'll say this is like English or stereo or surround or Spanish or Italian or whatever. And then subtitles, same thing there. And then this is our detailed ratings. I have a sort of a mix going on with movie ratings and TV show ratings. I didn't think one or the other was complete, so I decided to go with a mixture. Actors. So you can enter their name and then a picture if you choose, and then upload the actor. So that's our film. And then once you do that, you click publish. You'll be prompted for a $50 payment, $50 fee. As stated, this is to filter out low effort spam or illegal content. Now, this is mainly to get rid of illegal content because somebody that's doing illegal content does not want to associate their personal payment information. So they're going to try to avoid this. And $50, I think, is a low fee. Steam charges like $100. And so this makes sure that people are here for a reason, not just, like YouTube, you're just uploading shorts or random garbage to get people to click on things. This says, I'm here because I'm trying to sell my film, not because it's easy. So once you pay for that, then your film will be converted to streaming, and then it'll be available on the main store page. Secondary stuff, analytics. Oh yes, it asks you because while you're uploading your film, it might be taking a while. So you want to make sure that the upload is finished before you leave the site, leave this page. So analytics, you can see your sales overview. I guess I need to fix that. That's default data. Views, see your views over time. Granted, I would like to make this a lot more robust, similar to YouTube in their analytics page. It'd be nice to see, graphs and stuff, but early prototype, we're in alpha. And then promote. Oh no, that's broke. I need to fix that. Oh, I know why it's broke. It's broke because I don't have anything. Let me circle back. See if I can't do that. Let's just proceed with the saving changes. Let me log out. Let me log in with somebody else. Let me pause. Okay, well, we're back. So I logged in with a different user. This is Jack Arnold. He produced the Swiss conspiracy film. Okay. He might have been born around 1951. Anyway, so this is what it'll look like if you already have a published film. It'll show you the status of that film, if you're editing it, or if it's pending, or if it's waiting for a payment, that $50 payment I mentioned. And then you can come back in here and you can go edit and you can update your content as much as you want. That's a large banner thing. I don't know. I mean, I like this banner. I don't know about this big banner. And then this is a trailer. And then you got description, rating, director, producer. You're the producer, by the way. That's a default value that I chose to say that you're the producer because you're publishing it on the website, so therefore you must be the producer. Now, maybe that's not true. We can try and figure out a better way to approach that if that's the case. This shows the film, and we have a buy option. And then we have all our actors populated. So clicking publish gives you that. And we can go to promote. Yeah, so it errored out because I hadn't actually published the film or anything. So there's no content there, so it crashed out. I can fix that, but it's still probably better to have it crash because you should create a film before trying to promote the film. So here you go. You have the different promotions. So spotlight section, hero section. Spotlight and hero are one and the same. It's the same pool. And then featured list, that's the rank ordered based on bid price, and then ad spot for films. Like I said, this is yet to be implemented. It doesn't currently work, but if this is a high enough demand, I'll bump it up in the priority list and we can get that implemented quickly. But I think most will be doing buy and rent initially as opposed to streaming or free with ads. So that's my opinion. I could be wrong. So user reviews, does this function? Oh, this does not. This isn't implemented yet, but basically the same user reviews that show up on the film will show up in that space. And Steam lets you engage with that audience, and so you can ask questions and get feedback if you need to. I'm not sure if I'm going to implement that. Maybe if you guys let me know. Speaking of letting me know, so we do have a contacts page, and this does work. Selecting a topic. These are just kind of general ideas of what you need to have or what your question is about, and then your message. And I'll be looking through those for your feedback or any issues you might be having. about. This is kind of the principles I've been trying to figure out and isolate and say exactly where this website is gonna go as opposed to other competitors in this space. Terms is the same terms that are presented when you upload a film. And one last detail, since I'm logged in, we have a report feature. So this isn't fully implemented, but it's somewhat implemented. So inappropriate content. So the terms, if people are uploading content that's like directly violation of those terms, then and you as a user notice that, this is the way to let me know that this film crosses the line and needs to be taken down. So you can select that and let me know what the details are. Misleading content rating. So I want to give the users the ability to say that you might have mislabeled your content. Now, maybe it's professionally rated and you want to disagree with the audience at large, but I still want to have the ability for users to flag content that says this is a bit more risque than what they're claiming it to be. Kind of a response. And then DMCA. So we all know this is copyright protection, and we want to, it looks like the spacing is a bit off, but this lets a content or a rights holder file a claim and say that your film is violating DMCA or copyright, and they would like it taken down. So I'm trying to build a system for this that works. It's not like opaque like YouTube where your stuff just gets blocked or taken down. I want it to be more of a go back and forth between the person claiming copyright and the person that produced the film. If there's legitimate discussion to be had between the two parties, I would like you to be able to figure it out and work on a solution as opposed to just randomly take people's content down. So I'm trying to work on a strategy for that. It's not quite fully implemented, but this form does work, and you can submit a claim if somebody is violating copyright. I think that's the entirety of the site. As I said, this is a work in progress. I'm trying to make as much progress as I can. I am a solo developer, the only person working on it in my free time. But, I built this whole thing, what you see today, over the course of 2 months. And hopefully in a couple more months, I'll have it closer to finalized polish. But what I'm asking for filmmakers is to check it out, play around with the site, and give me your feedback. Through contact on the website is fine, or if you want to come back to this YouTube video and post it down in the comments. And what I'm mainly looking for is, does this solve your problem? Does this resolve your issue of being lost in the crowd, if you will? So with streaming sites, Netflix, Amazon, you get lost in the shuffle, and as I understand it, you're only getting a small portion for being on their site. Even if nobody ever views your site, you might make a couple bucks or something. It's a spread distribution of payout as opposed to, a direct reward on people actually watching your film. And then you have YouTube, which is the opposite problem. You have to build an audience. You have to get people there. And then even if they do watch your film, you may not get paid because YouTube has a high threshold for you to get paid out on ads. So you might get like 10,000 views, but you don't actually get any payment from those views because they just barely meet the threshold. So this site, if you had 10,000 views, let's say you had 10,000 views at a rental price, oh, this is his film. At a rental price, I mean, that's fine. So if we have a rental price of like $1.99 and 10,000 people, viewed it at $1.99, that's $2,000. That's a decent amount of money. So I'm not saying that the audience is here. So YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, and the other ones that are out there, they do have an audience. This website is new, so it's hard to build an audience when you're new. But as a film creator, you can take your trailer and post it to YouTube and, direct people directly to your film page. So you share that link and you say, visit my film page where you can, buy it for $1.49. Over time, I mean, it's going to take some time. I'll be promoting it as much as I can, and hopefully more and more people, more and more creators will promote their film, building a presence around the website, and eventually the audience members will come here and say, okay, I watched your film. Let me see what else is on here that might be worth watching. And they might, for a little while, it'll be, okay, there might be one or two films beyond the first one that they watch. But eventually they'll start saying, oh, this place actually has stuff that I care about watching, and they'll stick around. And once that happens, then this site will grow a lot faster. So, in closing, just check it out. If you're an early adopter type mentality and you like trying things out, it's mostly working as I showed. So feel free and check it out and test things out and play with it. And let me know if this solves your problems, if you think it solves the problems of the filmmaker space. So until next time, thanks for watching at least, and hopefully go check it out. Link in the description to the website. And thanks for watching.